All right, we're gonna check, make sure everything's working. This feels really weird. I thought I haven't uploaded TikTok in a bit, so I thought I may as well get on here and just talk and have fun. Welcome. This is gonna be a first time that I'm doing commentary streams on Spartacast. Years ago, back when I was doing YouTube and I was doing NHL streams, I used to do these a lot. And it would just be covering a bunch of random teams. And I had a lot of fun doing it. And I thought I may as well get back into it. These are two big points that are needed tonight for the Ottawa Senators. And partial of the load will be on Carter Yakemchuk and Jorian Donovan, who were just called up this morning from Belleville and will be making their NHL debuts tonight against the Detroit Red Wings. Now, of course, there's one thing that I find that's really unique about all of this is the fact that the Sens, in terms of defensive core, over the last offseason, I've been adding on defense depth, and now we're basically almost out again. This was a problem that happened last year. Losing Donovan to bring on waivers really, really screwed over the team in Belleville. It really screwed over the team in Ottawa, essentially, as well, because we lost a guy that had a lot of depth that was provided to this organization. And now he's no longer here. He's playing great in Florida, and I'm really happy for him. But, of course, that also is a big hit for the Ottawa Senators. And, I'm hoping that Yak will come in here today. He's able to play some great hockey. But it's been a long time coming for some of these guys. Jorian Donovan is the son of Sean Donovan, former Ottawa Senator from 2007-2010, and he's played a lot of big line minutes here in Belleville over the last couple of seasons. He's taken on a leadership role without rocking an A, and he's been playing some really great hockey, and I'm excited to watch him play tonight. It's been something that I've been looking forward to for a while, and I knew that when I saw the notification I was getting called up, it was going to be an awesome game. And what better place to do it than in Hockey Town? Dylan Larkin slots back in for the Detroit Red Wings. He missed, I think, about 4 games. Last played March 6th. It's now the 24th, so it's about 3 weeks off. It's going to be a big game for him. Detroit's a point out of a wild card spot. Same thing with Ottawa, and it's both at wild card 2 spots. So this is the biggest game of these guys' season. Essentially, it's make or break for the Ottawa Senators, and I can't wait to watch. Um, you know, it's kind of crazy watching these two guys play, but I am excited. Let's get ready and face off at center. Let's kick it off. I'm pretty sure Zub, Martin, Paulo, Zub, Clevin, Cousins, Greg, and if I'm not mistaken, that's Tkachuk. Yeah, so it's Brady. So they got the 5 out there. Starting forwards, Brady Tkachuk, Dylan Cousins, Ridley Gregg. Second line, Drake Batherson, Tim Stützle, Claude Giroux. Third line, Nick Cousins, Shane Pinto, Michael Amadio. For our fourth line, Warren Fogle, Lars Eller, and Fabian Zetterlund. Going in for our defensive core now, Tyler Clevin and Zub get the start. Nicholas Montempallo will be paired with Jordan Spence on that second line. And Jorian Donovan and Carter Yakemchuk will be paired together for that third line to add a bit of Belleville chemistry against this Detroit team. Justin Falk from behind the net. Going to go left side. He's going to pass that out around the boards. A chance now from behind the net, and Olmark's going to cover that up. This is going to be a bear with me night as I don't know how to turn off the screen on this camera, but it'll be something. So yeah, faced off in the Ottawa end, left circle. Pinto and pretty sure to Brinket. And that'll be won by the Sens. Spin around there. Pass over to Samuelson, if I'm not mistaken, to Brinket behind the net. He'll pass that over. Chance now from behind the net. Going around the corner. It'll be brought back in by Detroit. Sorry, and Rasmussen, not Samuelson. I don't know why I said Samuelson. Auto regroups. Montempallo from the middle. Going towards the blue line. He'll pass it over left side. Chance now. Here's chance for Pinto. Pinto with a shot. Great shot there, but missed wide. Chance now for Spence, and that'll go left side. Sorry, right side on the side. Through the corner, will be dumped back out by Detroit. DeBrincat will try and chase that puck. Will be knocked back over, though. Ottawa regroup. First shift here for Cardiac Machuk and Jorian Donovan. They'll spin it back out. John Gibson with the puck. Detroit with it. They'll spin it right back out right behind the net. Not mistaken, that's Yakemchuk there with Clevin. So they're going to separate them. Two former guys with Belleville chemistry, and they'll just dump that right back out. from behind the net. Yakemchuk trying to get a hold of it on the corner. Will be dumped back out. Possession Detroit. Andrew Kopp trying to get a hold of that puck on Stützle. Will be over to Warren Foegele. Spin it back out. Jorian Donovan will just pass that lightly and pass over to Warren Foegele. Behind the net. Right side towards the middle. Pass over to Eller. Donovan's going to get a hold of the puck. Eller's wearing 56 right now with the Ottawa Sens. Currently wearing 11 in Belleville. So they'll be kind of getting used to that number. But Yakemchuk's out. Sorry, that is Donovan. Oh, that's confusing. Spence, right side. A big hit there by a Detroit player. Might have been Sherratt. And I'll just be dumped right back out towards the middle. Montpello trying to retrieve that puck. Be chased by 2 Detroit D-men. Chased for Marco Kasper. Montpello hammered. Shot. Detroit. Rebound. That's loose. And now be back out. And the Sens have it. Going through now right side is Cousins. Cousins going to just lightly put that through. Greg chasing that puck from behind the net. It'll be brought back over by Detroit. And they're just going to chase it right back out. Yakemchuk's going to retrieve that puck. 16:58 left to go here in the first period. Shots 1-0 in favor of Detroit, and they'll stop the play. There's a few new guys on this team that I honestly don't remember on Detroit, so you're going to have to bear with me here. I might just name off numbers, and I guess we'll go from there. I should have prepared that a bit more, but Donovan's been looking pretty okay in his first and second NHL shifts, and I mean, that's all you can really ask for. I mean, it's a hard load, great glove save there by Allmark. But, I mean, that's all you can really ask for, right? You get into these big games. This is a massive playoff game. This is, honestly, like I said, a make or break for the season. And, I mean, to get into an opportunity where you are 2 points out of a playoff spot and you've been in Belleville for about a year and you're waiting to get that chance and you're going to get that chance now, and what is the biggest game of the season is a lot of stress. So it's just playing that game, playing it simple. But Lucas Raymond from the left side, shot, and that'll be off the net. Going back around the right corners, Clevin being jammed there. Nick Cousins, he'll get it by 2 guys. Spin back out there. Chance now for Edvinsson. Edvinsson with a left shot. Great glove save by Linus Ullmark. And there'll be a crowd in front of the net. And Sider's in there too. It's just going to be a big crowd. And they're just throwing little minor punches at this point. Nothing really to result from this. But Clevin and Larkin are getting at it. Oh, that was a cross check by Nick Cousins on Lucas Raymond. So they're going to put him in the box. Unbelievable. That was not a great play, but whatever. 16:28 left to go here in the first. Power play Detroit, sorry. But Lucas Raymond basically not even touching the goaltender. And just a simple cross check there by Nick Cousins. Belleville boy. And I mean, that's what happens. You're a Belleville rat. Belleville rat's got to eat. So, roughing, 3:32 on the play. 2-minute power play Detroit. Shots 2-0 in favor of the Red Wings. 16:20 left to go here in the first. And, I mean, this is a big kill for the Ottawa Senators. Hoping they can get this done. So it'll be Greg and Larkin, the 271s to face off. Detroit will win it. Sider will pass that back over. Spin that around. I'm pretty sure David Perron is playing this game as well. A former Ottawa Senator who also was a former Red Wing. Traded back to Detroit. Great play there. Just killing that puck. I wasn't sure who had did it, but okay, great play there. Sider will go from behind the Detroit net. Going left side. Gonna stick handle right. Going towards the middle. We'll pass that over. Chance off for Raymond. Raymond right side. Passing back to Patrick Kane. Showtime. Spins around the middle. Just trying to find a man. He'll pass that back. Chance for Lucas Raymond. He'll try and get into offensive zone. Larkin trying to take it out. And a great play there to take him out. And Ottawa has control of the puck. Great play there. And Shane Pinto trying to race for that puck, but he's not going to. And Sider's going to pass that back out. 1:14 left to go here on the Detroit power play. Lucas Raymond going through right side. Got to pass over to Brinkett, the former Senator. Over to Patrick Kane. Kane going right side. He'll pass it over to the back of the circle. Back over to Kane. Kane towards the circle. Going through. Great play there. Look, a rebound. Lou's still going for it, and they'll be out. Lucas Raymond. Back over. And they'll be stolen by the Sens, and they're just going to dump this out. Unless they're trying to find a man open. I'm pretty sure Greg's just going to, yeah, okay. So Greg's going to take the easy way out and wait for the line change here. So, oh, great play there. Ridley Gregg. Gregg, backhand. Stop there by John Gibson. And they'll be back out behind the net now. Perron. Spin there's Falk. Passing that over. Chance for Kopp. Not mistaken. Or I'm not sure who that is, actually. I might have to research on that number. But Tim Stützle trying to go for that puck. Be brought back out. That's Kopp there. My apologies. Kopp, pass that over. Chance out for Falk. Perron. Left side. Shot! Off the chest of Linus Ullmark. So 2 seconds left to go here. Great play. Great successful penalty kill by the Ottawa Senators. And Falk's going to go right side. Over to Sherratt. Sherratt's going to dump that in around the back of the net. Pass that over now. Chance for Marco Kasper. Bodied by Artem Zub. And they're going to draw that. And I knew the second that happened that they were going to put him in the box. Or it's not a ball. Oh, wow. I'm shocked. What are they doing? Okay, so they're just going to line back up. So I'm pretty sure it was Zub. Zoom back in on Eller. So maybe I honestly have a low quality stream, so I'm not really able to look at the numbers too well. But Zarlin Yakemchuk. Pretty sure that's Fogle out there as well. Eller and Matt and Paulo, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, spin back out. Detroit with the puck. Shot! Great block there off the pad. Rebound there. Shine, the Grand Rapids Griffins captain. And Zerlin's going to dump that out around the net. 25 to Detroit has the puck right now. Scramble between two Sens. They'll pass that over. Zetterlund with a great backhand pass, and they'll be trying to regroup on that. It'll be Fogle. And a great hit there on Detroit. Mott and Paulo with the puck. Bottom of the circle. A shot! Great save. And Eller going back out. Sandy Pellica. Oh, Bernard Docker. Jacob Bernard Docker. Rocket 25. I did not realize that. It was 24 with the Sens here for the longest time. Batherson digging for that puck. Spin around there. Stützle. Off the bottom of the circle. Rebound. Still going for it. And Gibson will save it on Drake Batherson. So we're going to have a commercial break here. And I mean, I'm pretty sure it was Mason Appleton who shot that puck. But commercial break. We'll be right back. So, thought I'd mention this. Plays back on in a couple minutes, I can tell, but thought I'd mention this. Making their NHL debuts tonight, Carter Yakemchuk and Jorian Donovan. Donovan did his second season with the Belleville Sens. Currently has 4 goals and 17 assists for 21 points. Is a -12. Played a lot of top-line minutes this year, and has honestly played really well. And again, they're mentioning Sean Donovan on the broadcast right now. Sens legend. They become the first father-son duo in Ottawa Senators franchise history to play for the Sens. Just simple as that. And I mean, it's honestly really incredible. I mean, Donovan has a lot of history playing in the Canada, Ottawa region, and it's amazing to see. It's amazing to watch. And I'm so happy for him. Guy's a stud, and I mean, he plays great hockey, and I mean, he's really developed over the last couple of years. Zub with a shot, and they'll go out. Yakemchuk, 10 goals, 26 assists for a -30 right now at Belleville. He got sent down to do one thing. I was working on his offensive game, and he's been doing really well in terms of his offensive depth. The defensive game, though, again, that's something that he has to work on, and I feel like he can still work on it. playing that offensive defensive role. Giroux's going to go through the middle. Giroux, great save there by Edvidson to keep that puck out. Kane, right side. But yeah, I should actually turn this off as well. If I'm not mistaken, the matchup screen. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there we go. It shows. My feed says 12:36. That's going to say 11:30 or whatever it may be. David Perron's going to go out. Chance for Kane. Spence is handling that puck. We got 4 guys in there. I think Perron in there as well, and they'll be dumped back out. So Yakemchuk with the puck. Top of the right circle, spin. He's going to go through the middle, using that offensive depth to his advantage. A chance now for the Sens. For the shot. Kachuk! Missed and fanned on a right side pass on the top of the circle. Unbelievable. Sorry, not top, middle of the circle. Just falls. Loses an edge. Sens regroup in the Ottawa zone. Detroit with the puck. Chabot with a shot going behind the net. So Dylan Larkin going with it. My mic's low. Oh my god, bro. I don't know if I can do anything about that though, to be honest with you. Like, maybe put gain on it, but like, hello? Can you hear me on that? Oh yeah. Like, hold up. Like that. There we go. There we go. Put like about minus 15. That should work. Does that sound good? Or all right. So Mason Geertsen, former Winnipeg Jet, just drew a penalty against Nick Cousins. Holding is the call, but that Brady Kachuk 1T pass right on the middle of the right circle, and I mean, you couldn't bury it. So, Sens power play, first power play of the game, shot 3-2. Excuse me. The score bug's going to be on top, is automated, so it's going to be delayed no matter what. Bath, Kachuk, Cousins, Yakemchuk, and Stützle out on the power play. Chance now for Stützle going over to Yakemchuk. Yakemchuk right side, a shot there. It'll be a bit of a muffin, but other than that, be dumped back out there by Detroit. 1:45 left to go here, and Yakemchuk will chase it down. Ullmark pass it from behind the net. Yakemchuk, left side of the ice. Gonna pass that right. A chance out for Batherson. Batherson, stick handling over there. Pass over to Cousins. Cousins gonna pass that around the side. Stützle, my apologies. Gonna go for that puck because it's a Yakemchuk over to Cousins. Back over to Stützle. Cousins to the shot! And blocked back out. Essentially a Y formation on what they have so far. And the second unit will come out for the Sens. Jordan Spence is going to pass from behind on the backhand. Chance out for Stützle. A minute 6 left to go here on this Sens power play. Right side now for Cousins. Going around there. Chance for Spence. Jordan Spence. Pass that over. Stützle over to Spence. Spence towards the middle. Stützle on the right side. Pass over it again. Shot there. Rebound. Nope, not rebound. Just a pass. Sorry, my apologies there. Chance out for Stützle. Going left side now. With the puck. Batherson. Kachuk. And it'll be stolen there by Marco Kasper. And it'll be dumped right out. 33 seconds left to go here. Still in the Sens defensive zone now with Spence. Just trying to get out of that zone now. Drew, left side. Pass that over. A chance now for Warren Foegele. Will be bodied, almost landing on his head. That was dangerous. Falling right from behind, but able to regroup himself back up there. Giroux, pass that over to Pinto. Great behind the legs. Play there. I'll spin it back towards the middle of the net and almost hitting the goaltender. Rebound, that's loose. Detroit steals the puck. Here's a chance now. I think that's Shine. Shot! Blocked there by Ullmark. Sorry, Emmett Finney with that puck. Sherratt. Chance off for Sider. Blocked there. Detroit's going to have to regroup back in the middle. Sherratt, the former Montreal Canadian, going left side. And Winnipeg Jet. Towards the middle and that, and just going to dump it right back out. So Justin Falk will group from the behind the net. 8:44 left to go here in the first. Here goes Kane. Kane back over. Behind the net. Matt and Paulo over to Clevin and trying to spin that around and they'll be out. To Brinket from behind the net. Pass that over to Kane. Shot! Rebound. That's out. Rebound loose. Still going for it is Kane, and they'll be blocked. And here comes Amadio. Michael Amadio's going to dump that through the backhand. Goes through two guys to get hold of that puck, but can't. Greg over to Amadio. Left side. Shot! And a block. Rebound loose. Still going for it. Jammed away. And to Brinket. We'll get a hold of it and recover. Rebound stolen there by the Sens. Spence over to Zub. Zub with a shot blocked there by the Brinket. Oh, what a sequence. As Zub will go towards the middle. 7:51 left to go into the first. Stolen there away by Warren Fogle going left side. Being blocked there by Drake of Bernard. Great body check there. Just using the hands. Oh, that's a great one by Kachuk there as well. And he's just going to keep bodying. And they're getting physical now. This is where the competitive draws in. And that was I don't know what that was, but Kachuk tilted his head back. I appreciate it, Teco. Off the post. Oh my gosh, I thought Olmark saved that, but it was off the post. But they're going to go to commercial break, and I guess I'm going to go on a little break to get some water. So we'll be right back. All right, we're back. So line up for the draw left side, and there'll be a dump out there by the Sens. Olmark to retrieve from behind the net. It's going to get that over to Clevin. 7:25 left to go here in the first. Warren Fogle currently with a 3-game goal streak entering tonight's game. Has had a goal every game pretty much. I mean, this kid's had 5 and 9 if I'm not mistaken. Since acquiring him from the Los Angeles Kings. He's been playing really great hockey. Shot there by Detroit, and that'll be hit off the left side of Olmark, I'm pretty sure, and out. Dylan Larkin going left side with a shot, be blocked there. Clevin with a hold of the puck right now. Over to Nick Cousins. Avoiding 2 hits there. Now Zub, right side. Zub's just going to dump that in. Trying to go for a line change now. 6:50 left to go here in the first. Great hit there. Yakemchuk. We're trying to retrieve that puck, and it'll be called for icing. Sens end. 6:42 left to go. Shot! Off the pad of Gibson and out. Perron. Left side. Stick handle in there. Great hit there by Spence. Jorian Donovan out. Gonna go right side. A hit there by Dylan Cousins. Detroit with the puck. And just gonna try and pass it over to Edvinsson with a shot. Goes to the 5-hole there is Olmark. Simone Edvinsson has had a lot of trouble between the Sens team. Specifically, Brady Tkachuk him and him and have a lot of chirps. Don't expect that to go away tonight, as this is probably the biggest game of both of these team seasons. Jamming away for that puck, smacking sticks there. There's multiple Ottawa and Detroit guys, and Donovan's going to try and get a hold of that puck. Andrew Kopp. Spin around there is Emmett Finney. And just held along the left corner of the wall. The puck will be loose. Brought back out to Brinkett. Detroit possession shot! Great play there. And it's just rock'em sock'em at this point. Shoots! To Brinkett with a stop there. Hits off the board and out, and we have a whistle. So Jordan Spence heads to the box. And again, another commercial break. All right, we'll be back in a minute. Alrighty, Sentry Group. Sider with a shot! Through the middle, and my game just froze. Oh boy. Unbelievable. Alex DeBrincat just scored for the Red Wings. So 1-0 Detroit. And they got the headsets on. Are they going to review this? Are you serious, actually?
Walks in over the blue.
Oh, that's a way better feed. Oh my gosh. So they're trying to review for offside here, and so far it doesn't look like it. That's going to count. Oh, the puck passed off, though. That is offside. That is offside. Currently, right now, the blue line, it's like this. The puck. Kane has possession of the puck, but he passes it left side. So it just doesn't count. He had no possession of the puck. Therefore, it being in there, and there's already two guys there, it's offside. Has to be. The Sens reviewing this, I think, is crucial. This could be make or break. There we go. Knew it. Wait, what? They're giving a two-man advantage to Detroit, unless this bug's bugging out, which I think it is. Video coach right now reviewing this. Mike King. All right, so back to even strength now. Ottawa almost lost possession of that goal, but again, great play there. So Samuelson, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know who 57 is. Oh, Perron. Man, that's trippy. All right. Cop going over Perron. Perron will hold that puck along the left side of the boards, being tackled there. Cop will pass that around the right side over to Finney. Finney, great play there. Amadio with the puck. Coming through now. Here's a chance for Greg. On the low breakaway shot. Off the post. Unbelievable. Ridley Gregg was all alone. Oh my gosh. Justin Falk, right side shot. Allmark save. Power play Detroit. Didn't even realize that. But yes, power play Detroit. 11 seconds left to go here. It's Perron to Falk over to Kane. Kane has that over. Perron, a great play there. Handled down to the ice. Amadio. Kane with the puck left side around the corner. Loses control of that puck now. Caught with it, and the power play will be over. What is that? They're calling that. What was that, dude? Unbelievable. Take a look at that replay, eh? Holy crap. Greg gets absolutely kneed, pretty much. Well, even call it a knee. It was just basically right off the behind, but Simone Edvinsson, ball right in the box. That was a bad idea for him. Brady dropped the gloves opening shift against the Islanders, so he's back ready to hit and throw down the gloves if needed. Rocking the black helmets right now as well in Detroit, so I think they're 4-0-1 with the black helmets on. Their lucky helmets as they go through this road trip, but Kachuk, right side on the blue line, he'll dump that out. Going over to Batherson, he'll be dumped there by Finney. Still good jamming for it. Ottawa power play, successful so far, and keeping control of this puck. Cousins going to go behind the net, going to pass off the backhand. Kachuk, hold the puck towards the middle of the blue line. Pass that over. Yakemchuk with a chance, but it was dived right into the crowd. The puck hit off, basically tipped off, and just jumped right into the crowd. So, stoppage of play. with a minute 32 left to go here on the Sens power play. Alrighty. Power play 19.5% on the road, 17th in the NHL. This is a big play here. This big power play here for the Ottawa Senators. Yakemchuk passing between the legs. Stützle with a chance. Right shot. Stars! Tim Stützle! Bar down! What a play by Carter Yakemchuk! Between the legs! And that will count as his first assist as an Ottawa Senator. 1-0. Ottawa. Unbelievable. Using that offensive depth, like mentioned before, Carter Yakemchuk jammed in there between Andrew Kopp on the side of the bench and just uses the toe of his backhand to pass that out, feeds for Stützle, and puts it right side. Couldn't tell if that was tipped by Kachuk or what, but either way, what a play by the German and the rookie. Unbelievable play there. 1-0 Sens. 2:31 left to go here, and there'll be stoppage of play. So, Detroit with the puck in possession now, if I'm not mistaken. I should turn off this part right here. So Raymond, right side, shot! Bit of a muffin, he'll slide on the ice. Tesso for Edvinsson. Over to Finney, left side of the corner, pass over to Eller, Eller rushing through. And that'll be a stoppage of play. Again, I should really put this up. This kind of goes to show how the formations are going right now for these two teams. So Zub, left side, passing that over for Giroux. Gonna hammer that out left side over to Batherson and put it behind the net. Right corner, Stützle and DeBrincat, the former teammates, over to Giroux. Pass it over to Kane, left side, and he'll dump that back out. Ottawa zone now. Ottawa retrieves that puck from DeBrincat. They'll storm back out. Tim Stützle. Set to 23, 5-5 when scoring the first goal of the game. Something that hasn't happened too much this season, but again, just a lethal team so far in terms of that first goal. The first goal has been big for this Ottawa franchise. DeBrincat. Right side towards the boards. Around the corner, being poked there by Kachuk. Over to Cousins, left side. Spin that back over defensive side. Mountain Paulo with a shot. Weapon the stick now. And they'll be over to DeBrincat. Gain back for it. Carter Yakemchuk, left side, pass over to Mountain Paulo. Both have played in Belleville, 2 different years, but both have played in Belleville. 51 seconds left to go here in the first. They're just going to try and kill off as much time as they get off this clock. Spin around left side over for Gibson. They got 3 Detroit players out. Kopp, Sherratt. Might be Finney as well. But Sherratt with the puck right now going right side. It'll be, that was a really dangerous hit in my opinion, but looked like another knee, but might have just been the behinds catching on one another. Either way, Edvinsson with the puck left side. Pass that over to Olmark. 21 seconds as Cleven's going to try and take that and dump that down the ice. Amadio with the puck as well. Net Cousins with a hit on Edvinsson. Top of the circle right now for Seider, being poked there by Amadio. And 6 seconds left to go to the end of the first. Lucas Raymond trying to find one more shot here. Pad save there. And what a period for the Ottawa Senators. Getting a goal scored, called back, Carter Yakemchuk with an amazing play to Tim Stützle to score the first goal of the game. 1-0 in Detroit right now after the first period. I can't believe this has been a honestly great period of hockey so far. I mean, Yakemchuk seems to be finding his groove and finding and blending in. But on just what a play. Greg again missing that breakaway off the post. But again, what a shot by Tim Stützle. And we'll be back soon. All right, we're back here for the second period. Got my little lucky tea to keep the throat moist, but we're balling. All right. When they gonna line up? All right, they're lining up now. All right, perfect. Sens Red Wings Part 2, Period 2. What are you doing standing there? Why do you stand there? Play the puck! All right, there we go. Puck drops underway here. Clevin, right side. Shoot that through the middle. Going left side there. Pass over to Falk. Will try to hit it off the backhand. Greg's going to steal it. 1949 already left to go here in the second. Detroit steals it. Great hit, Detroit. Sorry, great hit. Kachuk on Detroit's Dylan Larkin. Auto possession. Greg with a shot there, trying to get a hold of that. Sherratt bodies him. Lucas Raymond has set it back out. Justin Falk, left side, hit that off the toe, the backhand. He'll dump that back out towards the left side behind the net. Zub, pass that over to Belleville boy Nick Cousin to go right side. Stoppage of play. All right, Montempalo. Sorry, Giroux passing that over now to Montempalo. Will be dumped back out. Gibson with the puck on behind the net now. A chance for Sider. Sider going to pass that right side. Going to dump that over to Raymond. Great hit. Oh, what a hit on the bench there on Lucas Raymond. Kane loses control of that puck. Will be over to Giroux through the middle now. Chased off for Stützle. Sorry, Spence. And going around left side now is Kane. Kane right side. Passing that over. Batherson. Over to Montempalo. Montempalo going behind the net. Montempalo. Stick handle trying to go through the middle and be losing control of the puck. They're going for another line change here. 18:28 left to go here in the second period. Detroit possession. Over to Spence. Spence from behind the net. He'll pause, wait, try and find a man. He'll pass over to Montempalo and be back over to the right side. We'll go bench side will be the right side. We'll go penalty box side will be the left side. Is Fogle from the right going for a shot, and that'll be out. Left side here of the rink. Passing that over. Through the middle. Chance now for Carter Yakemchuk, the rookie out of Fort McMurray, Alberta. Will try and go for a shot. It'll be blocked there. Sutherland going right side. Yakemchuk with a blast! And just blocked there. Here comes Andrew Kopp. Through the middle, over to Mason Appleton, the former Winnipeg Jet. Banged up there on the boards. 2 hits back to back, and they'll recover that puck. Dylan Cousins with the puck now. Greg will tap that in. Gonna go from behind the net. Over to John Gibson in the trapezoid. Over to Falk. Falk from behind the net. He'll pass that over to Sherratt. Sherratt over to Shine, the Grand Rapids Griffins captain. And what was that? Kachuk will hold the puck now as one of the Detroit Red Wings falls. Chased off for Greg. Greg shot! Rebound loose, and that will be out. Saved there by James Van Riemsdyk, the former Toronto Maple Leaf. And he'll try to recover that puck yet again. Whistle will be blown. Alrighty, Justin Falk. Left side. Going to pass that over. Sherratt. Again through the right side. A shot now. Stand there was Lucas Raymond on Linus Ullmark. And that'll be out of play. And I think they're going to try and call that. But no, they won't. They'll not get the play. So it will remain 5-on-5. It was Nick Cousins who tipped that puck out. But Larkin, again to Lucas Raymond, right on the pad of Linus Ullmark. And bodied there. Clevin tried going from the back and got absolutely laid out by the German product. Or Swedish. I think he's Swedish. One or the other. Anyways, Detroit power play. Sorry, Detroit possession here. A Sider going through the middle. Pass it over. Jamming for it now. Seds back over to DeBrincat. DeBrincat with a shot! Glove save by Ullmark. I might tilt this over back here more, so you guys can actually see me, although it probably doesn't matter. Yeah, that works. 16:28 left to go here. The clock's winding down on this, but it's not on the feed here that I'm watching off of. So Pinto and Kopp will take the draw. Kopp wins it for Detroit. Evanson back over. A blast by Sider, and that hits off the netting. 92.8. Holy mac. I can't say that. But either way, Pinto going through the right side. Over to Amadio. Going over to DeBrincat. DeBrincat over to Evanson behind the net. Stolen there by the Sens. Shot! Cousins was wide open and was blocked by John Gibson. Great save there. Here comes Amadio over to DeBrincat. DeBrincat will try and jam for that puck. Over to Cousins. Pass that over to Evanson. Towards the bench side. Okay, right side again. And Sider's slow to get back to the Detroit bench. I think he took a block shot there, and he's limping pretty good as Drew's going to come through the left side. Drew trying to find a man. Nobody was there open. It was supposed to be Stützle. But, again, Detroit will get a hold of this puck. Great play there, Drew. Drew through the middle, doing it all himself. Pass it over to Stützle. It will be stolen there again. Sens will recover. Drew with a third time trying to turn over that puck. And he's just going to try and dump it out. He'll keep possession of that puck. Holy, Claude Giroux. The 38-year-old Claude Giroux has hella skills. Unbelievable stuff. I mean, if you take a look at this guy's stick handling, I don't think it's changed ever since he's joined the National Hockey League. There's 100% other parts of their game that happens with age, but, I mean, that kid... No, I can't say kid. That guy knows how to handle a puck, I'll tell you that for sure. Is Marco Kasper. Going through. Shot. Wide open. Sherrod! Great play there by Ullmark to close the 5-hole. Pass that over. Sherrod will have a hold of that puck as it was intended for Fogle, but lost control of it. Dominic Shine will take that up for Detroit. Great body there on Marco Kasper by Jordan Spence as Eller's going to try and group that back as well. And it'll be puck possession Ottawa. Fogle trying to go along the right side, but bench side of the boards. Fogle with 14:22 left to go here. Pass over to Donovan. Jorian Donovan with a shot! And hit off the pad of John Gibson. Left corner of the rink. Here's chance for Zetterlund battling for that puck. A shot by Vogel, and that was blocked by John Gibson. Justin Falk will just dump that all the way out to the other side of the rink. What a chance there for Fogle on what could have been his 6th goal in 10 games. Stolen there by Detroit. Larkin trying to pass it through the middle. Over for Lucas Raymond, but couldn't get a hold of that. Over to Emmett Finney. Back over to Sider, and that will just be out. 89.9. This kid has a rocket of a shot. Sider will pass that back out. Oh, man. The game feed froze again. Bro, what is going on with my setup? I guess it's commercial break for this time now, but yeah, it is commercial break. All right. We'll be back in a minute. All right, we're back here in Detroit. Shots favor of Detroit 15-8. 15:24 left to go here, the second. Lined up there is Eller. It'll be passed back out for Spence behind the net. Passing over. Chance for Pinto. Over to Eller. Right side. Bench side. He'll dump that out from behind the net. Oh, that would have been a fluky goal if Gibson was not open there, but he was. Geertson's going to pass it between. Going around the net. Passed over for Larkin. Over to Montemapalo. Passed over to Raymond. Lucas Raymond had a chance there lined up. Unable to execute. Bernard Docker going right side. Gonna pass that over. Dump down there. Chasing down there is Emmett Finney. Being bodied there by Nicholas Montemapalo. Unreal stuff. Justin Falk over to Sherratt. Sherratt, left side. He'll pass that around. Over to Drake Batherson. Batherson's going to use the toe and just backhand that out. Over to Kane. Kane over to Sherratt. Sherratt going to pass that out to Brinken. He'll go around the rink. Pass that over. Behind the net, sorry. Detroit possession again. Falk's going to spin that around over to Kane. Left side here. And to break it with the backhand chance on Omar. Unable to execute. Kopp had a hold of that puck for a second, but was lost there. Kane had it and dumped it out. And here's a chance now for the Sens. Here comes Claude Giroux. Giroux trying to find a man. He'll pass over to Stützle and a shot! And now hit the top of the netting. And that was a great play there by Claude Giroux. Using that stopping, using that anchoring. Just get a little smooth stop. Fast enough to pass it over to Stützle, but unable to execute on that play. Alrighty, 12:01. Clevin with a shot. That'll be blocked out. Spin around there is Detroit with possession. Pass that over to Edvinsson. Over to Comfort. JT Comfort with a chance. Blocked. Shot there by Marco Kasper. Unable to execute. Sider! Jamming for in the front, and that puck's loose. And they'll be out. Over to Kasper. Marco Kasper from the middle. Great glove save by Linus Ullmark. And now we got pushed and shoved in front of the net. So possession won by Ottawa. It'll be dumped back out over to Tkachuk. I think that was because it just landed right on his butt there. As Kachuk's going to spin it around, trying to get it between the legs. I'm able to do so. Trying to get it in front of his skates, actually. Trying to pull off maneuver. Raymond trying to get hold of that puck. Blocked there by 2 Sens. And now Clevin with the hold of the puck on the right side. the left side of the glass. Over to Kachuk. Kachuk. Pass over to Spence. Over to Cousins. Cousins, right side of the blue line, trying to find a man. He'll pass that over behind the net for Greg. Right in the corner. Over to Kachuk. Pinto between the legs. Zub. Middle of the blue line and be passed back out towards the middle. And I guess we got a complaint here by Justin Falk, who's, I guess, getting his dick trapped. But Pinto will have to hold the puck. Chance for Zub! And that'll be out. Hit off the block. Off the pad of John Gibson. Zub. Hand that over. Yakemchuk with a fake shot. Shoots! Scores! Carter Yakemchuk has his first National Hockey League goal! Can you believe it? An absolute rifle shot by the Yak attack! 2-0 Ottawa. Holy jumping, man. And the classic fake shot that he pulled in the preseason as well. Just grab and hold that puck. He'll fake the slap shot. He'll take a bit of time and he just roofs it on John Gibson. What a debut for the 20-year-old out of Fort McMurray. An assist in the first period and a goal to add to the lead for the Senators. What a debut. Unbelievable. Nicholas Montempolo. Pass that over to Clevin. Back over. Chance now. Batherson with a shot! It hits off the pad. Edvidson. Over to Sider. Tackling that back out. Going right side. Pass over to Kane. He'll be spin back out. Sent out possession. Stutzel with a shot off the pad. Off the chest blocker of Gibson. Zetterlund will pass that out again. Right side on the boards. Stutzel trying to find a man. He'll end up trying to attempt that pass out to Zetterlund, will be out. And here's a chance over Detroit. It's 2-on-1. They have numbers. Kane. Chance for the break hit. And off the post, I'm pretty sure. Or the crossbar. Either way, hit off the net. Stutzel regroups back. Stutzel through the middle. Back over. Chance. Shot. And it'll stay there. Until try and go left side. Dump through the right side. The left side of the rink. Into the corner. Digging for now is Fogle. Fogle left side with a shot. Fans on it. But we'll try and get a hold of that puck again. Blocked there by Bernard Docker, though. Will be spun back out. Casper with possession. Passes that over now for Edvidson. Stolen there by Ridley Gregg. Back over to Eller. Eller will just dump that back in. Brady Tkachuk. 8:58 left to go. Here's Eller with a shot. Scores! Lars Eller with an amazing steal and grab. And it's 3-0 Ottawa. Talk about setting the tone in the Dane. We'll get the job finished there. And a great play. Take a look at the replay here. So Tkachuk, just along the corner, gets basically just chubbed right in there. But if I'm not mistaken, yeah, so that is Johansson. And Eller steals that and goes basically inside the circle, the right circle, and just absolutely lasers it. It's wide open, thanks to Bernard Docker shoving that. But Greg has just enough of a gap in between to let that puck through. And Todd McLennan is pissed off. Again, like I mentioned before, this is the biggest game that the Sens could have. They won last night in Madison Square Garden. Of course, lost two defensemen, like mentioned before, Lassi Thomson and Thomas Chabot. And coming in here, they knew they needed to get these 2 points. If they get these 2 points, they slide into that wild card 2 spot. And that was 2 goals in 1 minute and 37 seconds for the Ottawa Senators. Great plays there. And again, Yakemchuk, his first National Hockey League goal. Unbelievable stuff there. I mean, he just brought exactly what he had in the preseason. Watching this guy in Belleville all this time as well, the offensive depth of something he's definitely not lacked. And the defensive side, of course, there's always something he can work on, but he's looked really good here tonight. Raymond. Got to pass that over for Justin Falk. Falk going to go right side. Stick hand towards the circle. Trying to go towards behind the net. Shot! Larkin rebound there. Loose. And they'll be brought back out. Cousins will dump that out towards the middle. Down to center ice. Cousins tried to tag along Falk, but unable to do so. And regrouping there's Cousins. Nick Cousins with a shot! And off the pad there of John Gibson. Lucas Raymond. Pass it over to Sider. Right side of the trapezoid, essentially. Going over to Falk. Pass that over for Kopp. He'll dump that in. Spence on his side as well. And I don't know what that play was there, but Spence literally hesitated right there and ended up tilting the head a bit. Edvinsson over to Kane. Kane from the right side. Gonna get that hole for Edvinsson. Sorry, the left side there. Over to Brinkett. To Brinkett. Shot! Back over there is the Sens. They have numbers. No, they do not. It's Tkachuk all alone. Tkachuk in! Loses control of the puck. Tries to bring it to the one hand, but unable to do so there. Stützle's going to try and regroup it. And behind the net now is Stützle and Tkachuk digging between three Red Wings. That is Edvinsson, Sider, and Kopp. As they're trying to get a hold of this puck, and it's out now, and I think Edvinson's going to get hold of it. And now Tkachuk's pissed off. No helmet there, and he's just throwing punches at the back of the helmet. But no reaction from Simon Edvinsson after having multiple instigations before and altercations with the Ottawa Senators captain. Carter Yakemchuk's goal, first NHL goal, and Lars Eller with a rifle from the slot. It's 3-0 Sens. We'll be back here in a minute. All right, we're back here. They're benching the injuries on the replay right now. Thomas Chabot is a big part of this Ottawa core, as we know. Currently has his first right now in filling the void. Has 28:04 of ice time in the last 7 games with the Sens, and I mean, losing him. I mean, he was in a splint the other night, and I mean, it's just unfortunate. Replacing that type of guy on your play on your defensive side. It's unfortunate, but it's something that they got to persevere for. And I mean, 3-0 right now sounds pretty good. They try it with the puck, pass that over. Chance off for Sherrod from behind the net, pass that over. Chance now Ottawa. Yakemchuk between the toe and trying to jam that through. Between Justin Falk, and that'll be out. Carter Yakemchuk's playing exceptionally well here tonight. Incredible stuff by the kid. Again, first goal and first assist. I mean, like we mentioned before, 10 goals and 26 assists in his rookie campaign with the Belleville Sens. I mean, he's been playing incredible hockey right now. So it'll be a tip shot there, but blocked out wide. Chance now for Montepallo, spin around the net. Here's chance off for Stutz from behind the net. Chance off for Falk going left side of the net. It's going to just jam that right through. It's going to hit that off the boards. It'll be out. As they'll regroup now. Montepallo. Pass that over for Stützle. Right side, Stützle going through circle. Spins around. Will go around the top of the circle. Just going right through. Trying to find a man. He does. He'll pass that shot! A wide rebound there by the Red Wings. And they'll get that out. And it's just basically starting for this puck now as Van Riemsdyk and Spence go for it. Riemsdyk wins that one. 2 Red Wings on Jordan Spence. Casper get a hold of that shot, and that'll be out. Jam for that again. Spence with a hit on Shine. Took Shine about 9 years to make it to the Detroit Red Wings squad. He's been playing in Grand Rapids for a while, and that'll be a goal by Detroit. And just who I thought it would be, Dominic Shine, the Grand Rapid Griffin, to get the Wings on the board. And I mean, a great play there. Edvinsson will just get that through and Shine with the tip. It'll just go right 5-hole on Ullmark. But I mean, he's closed his 5-hole for majority of it. Just hits it right off the forearm, essentially. Essentially like this, if I'm not mistaken. We'll just take it and just jam it back. Hits off the toe and in. What can you do? So 3-1 Ottawa, as Ullmark will take hold of that puck and glove it up. So 5:01 of the second. And we'll go for commercial break. 3-1 Ottawa. We'll be back in a second. Alrighty. We're back here, of course. Shots on goal right now. I guess they're out on the NHL API, but hopefully they're back here in a second. But 5:01 stoppage of clock. Most career games, 2 of these being Ottawa Sens, former Ottawa Sens. Lars Eller currently has 1,173, with Perron having 1,228. What can you say? So, won by Ottawa on the face-off there. 4:56 left to go here. Sherratt's going to get hold of that puck. Spins. He'll be back out. Right side towards the benches. It'll be dumped around and it'll be called for icing. Shots 20-13 in favor of the Detroit Red Wings. And, of course, I mean, 3 goals on 13 shots is pretty solid, especially from the rookie, like I mentioned before. And then Lars Eller getting a hold of that as well. Stutzla still, like, that's a great play there. He's been looking really well in this game, and I mean, he's been playing exceptionally well, like mentioned before. Clevin will pass that over. I'll be back over to behind the net now, over for Amadio. Amadio going to try and retrieve that puck. It will be Pinto over to Amadio. Shot, Clevin! And a block there by Amadio on his butt. There, Sherratt being tagged there by Zub. 4:30 left to go here. A chance going right side. It'll be jumped back out, and Clevin's going to just storm right through the left side, being chased there by Lucas Raymond. Behind the net now is Emmett Finney. Finney going to pass it over for Sider. Sider over to Edvinsson. Edvinsson with a shot! Great block there by the Sens defensive core. Bringing that out past the blue line. Now center over to Shane Pinto. Shane Pinto over to Amadio. Will dump that out right side. It'll be passed around over left side by to Edvinsson. Over to Kachuk. Kachuk Left side trying to go for a shot. It'll be just wide out. Spence regroups that. He'll get a hold that behind the net. Over to Kachuk. Kachuk. Pass that out. Chance now for Greg. Greg trying to find a hold of that puck. Getting it over to Kane. Kane, left side. Chance now for the Brinket. And being blocked there was Nicholas Paulo, who stole that puck away. Regroup by the Sens. Cousins. Left side. Past the blue line now. Bottom of the circle. Trying to get that over to Kachuk. Kachuk being tackled there by Evanson. Shot! What a play there by Greg to steal that puck. Clevin. Back over. Cousins! Did a great glove save there by John Gibson. There's not much to analyze on that play. There's a shot from the blue line. It will be rifled into the glove of John Gibson there. Lineup drawn there. A chance now going through right side. Yakemchuk, please spin past there. Stutzla shot off the pad. Back out now, Detroit. Ottawa 2-on-1 so far, pretty much. For that play, in terms of defensive, Yakemchuk will tap that in. I think he's going to try and get off the ice now, but Gibson with the hold of the puck now going behind. He'll spin it out left side. Back over to Detroit now. It's David Perron, the former Senator, being bodied there by his former teammate, Nicholas Paulo. Passing that out. Chance now for Stutzla. Stutzla going right side. Dump that out. Got two guys on him with Falk and Sherratt. Passing that out. Loses balance to Sherratt. Stutzla trying to gain hold of that. Sorry, it was Batherson. Drake Batherson, the former Belleville Sen. Over right side. Van Riemsdyk, the former Leaf. Over to Nicholas Paulo. Back over. Chance now for Spence. Over to Eller. Eller spins around. Going back. Sorry, that was Jorian Donovan, not Lars Eller. Jordan Spence. My apologies there. And that'll be dumped back in. John Gibson. Right side of the behind the net. Van Riemsdyk's just going to dump that into the backhand. It'll be stolen there by the Sens. Zetterlund dumps it back into the Detroit zone. Gibson being tackled there by Sider. Sider will spin that puck. Going through right side. Stops. Great play there. Try and get a hold of that puck. It'll be turned right over the Sens. Here comes Zetterlund left side. Behind the bottom of the circle. Being tackled there. Dump back over to Sider. Detroit trying to get a hold of this puck, and they will. Sider from behind the net. And they're going to try and get this line change going as he'll just stop there and kill time. 1:33 left to go here in the second period. Through the middle now. A pass from Sider over to Larkin. Larkin with a shot! Going left side now. Raymond. Lucas Raymond. Trying to find a pass there. Go over to Sider. Right side over to Raymond on the blue line. Raymond trying to go for a shot. Pass over to Edmonton. Over to Raymond. Raymond. Middle. Towards the blue line. Try and do a fake pass. Will not. Raymond's alone. Raymond. Shot! Out the outside of the net. It'll hit off the mesh and go out. Sider. For Zub. Zub. And they'll draw the whistle there. Stoppage of play with 54 seconds left to go. And I think they're going to draw a Detroit penalty. So they will not. My apologies there. But they will regroup now. Wait for the puck to be drawn. It will be on the outside. And the puck will be redrawn, actually. It's on the outside left dot, essentially. Right dot. So going right bench side. Left will be by the penalty box, like mentioned before. Drawn there, Edmonton. Sider will rifle that. Pass it over to Spence. Spence over to Paulo. Paulo going through. Over to Kopp. Left side over to Spence. Spence. Stick handling there now is Ridley Gregg going right side towards the benches. Being bodied there by Simone Edmonton. Around the corners, Dylan Cousins. Cousins being tackled there by Sider. Edmonton alongside him as well. Edmonton trying to go from behind the net and circle around. Edmonton with the puck right now. He's got 3 Red Wings on him. Edmondson sticking out through the middle, trying to go through the two Ottawa Senators defensemen. Well, not able to. And Cousins going to try and get a hold of that puck from Seider. 16 seconds left to go here in the second period. And Seider's going to try and kill this time off and try and get one last rush here for the Red Wings. Seider will rifle that through the middle. Going for Kopp. Right side over to Spence. Spence over to Montepallo. 3 seconds, 2 and 1. Trying to get a hold of that and be dumped out in a great second period by the Ottawa Senators. What a period. I get another great period by this team. Yakemchuk gets his first. And, at the same time, a great laser there by Lars Eller to add on to this lead. A really hard physical game so far, and a lot of speed, a lot of agility, and a lot of battle between these two teams. And a chance of battle for this final wildcard spot. We'll be right back in 20 minutes. We'll see you soon. All right, lady and gents. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Ladies and gents, we're back here. Third period action here at the Little Caesars Arena in downtown Detroit. Edmonton, left side, gonna pass that over. A chance now for the Brinket. It'll stolen there by Amadio, and they'll be dumped back out. Chance now for the Red Wings. Spun around the back of the net. Pass over to Giroux. Giroux going through the middle. Going to pass that over to Yakemchuk. Yakemchuk going to go dump through, and it'll be called for icing against Ottawa. Alrighty. 18:08 left here to go in the third period. Compher's going to dump that out. Pass over to Geertsen. Over to Johansson. Passing that out. It'll be stolen there by the Sens. And oh, what a fall there. As Stützle tried getting a hold of that puck near the middle. Clement will 1-T that out. What a bomb. Guy's got the heaviest shot in the league. I think he's close near, and Shea Weber has the hardest shot in the league. Actually, league registered. Johansson with the puck will fake that. Fakes it again. Fakes left to right. Left to right. Fakes it left again. I think he's going to pass it right side, and he's going to do it. Yeah, figured. That'll be dumped out. Olmark with the puck. And I'll be blown for a whistle. So we've got a tripping call here on the Sens as Travis Green shakes his head in disbelief. So take a look at this replay here. And Mountain Paulo, oh yeah, that's a massive trip. Yeah, hits right off the shins, and he falls down. Although Stützle was cross-checked by JT Compher, which surprised he didn't get called because it went right to the boards. But either way, Detroit power play with 17:21 left to go here. Now the Red Wings are 4-4-2 in the middle of March and April. They've had a lot of bad history over the last few years of having a really good record throughout the regular season, and then they're just making it just short. So I guess we'll see what this Red Wings team can do. Is Amadi is going to go through left side, spins around the corner, will pass it out. Chance now, shot! And they'll be just out. DeBrincat from around behind the net. Over to Sider, back over to DeBrincat. DeBrincat over the right side, passed over to Kane. Kane left side, going to stick out, back to DeBrincat, back over to Kane. Kane left side over to Raymond. Raymond's going to spin that around the back of the net. Over to Clevin. Clevin back over, a chance now. Sider, pass that out. Just out for Raymond. Raymond left side, going to pass that back out. Sider over to Raymond. Raymond back over, chance now for I don't even know who that is. I think it's 5-3. I have never seen a 5-3 on that team in my life. So, minute 2 left to go here to kill on this Detroit power play. Chance for the Sens. Emmett Finney going to pass that out. Chance now for Raymond. Raymond going over to DeBrincat. DeBrincat back over to Sider. Sider over to Finney. Finney right side over to Sider. Sider going to go for a shot off the pad. Chance now for Raymond. Raymond over to DeBrincat. Left side, pass over to Sider. Sider in the middle. DeBrincat through the middle over to Raymond. Raymond loses control of that puck. Middle of the circle, pass it back over to DeBrincat. DeBrincat on the left side, basically on the goal line. Raymond shoots and scores! Captain Detroit, Dylan Larkin, and it's 3-2. And that's all it takes. A bad turnover and an attempt to get rid of that puck. And just DeBrincat passing that over, and a good roof there by Dylan Larkin, the gold medalist. Roofing that right off the toe, and he'll laser it right corner side of the net. So we play again. Power play goal, Detroit. 29th of the season for Dylan Larkin, assisted by DeBrincat and Raymond. Here comes Larkin. Larkin back over. Chance now. Mason Geertson's going to try and gear that. Sorry, Mason Appleton, sorry. Keep saying Geertson for some reason. Over to Perron. Stolen there by the Sens. Here comes Kachuk. Right side. Going to dump that in over to Cousins. Cousins going to stop and stare. Pass that over. Chance out for Stützle. Stützle the shot and be blocked there. Sorry, that was Giroux. My apologies there. Back over to Montemapalo. Playing it safe. Going to spin it around the back of the net. Chase there's Batherson, Perron. The former teammates. Batherson back over. Right side. Paulo with a great stop. With a great shot there against John Gibson and stopped by the Detroit goaltender. $14.58 left to go here. 2 points out of a playoff spot. The Senators are with 12 games left remaining in the NHL schedule for the team. Sens play the Penguins at home on Thursday, and then it's straight Lightning, Panthers, and Sabres. They head on the road to Florida. So these are big games here against two Atlantic Division opponents. They'll play Donovan Sabrango, I'm assuming, as the Panthers get set to take them on in Fort Lauderdale. Chance now for the Red Wings over to Seider on the top of the circle. Seider with a shot. Glove save there by Linus Ullmark. Not much to analyze about that play. Again, left side, just go right for the shot. Faced off one there. Oh, sorry, not faced off one. It will be dropped, but faked. Kopp and Pinto at it. Detroit wins it. 20 will be Johansson back over. A chance now. Shot attempt there. It'll be blocked. And back out there, Nick Cousins with a hit on Johansson. Montemapalo over to Zub. Zub through the middle. Pass it back out for the Belleville Rat. Nick Cousins over to Pinto. Pinto trying to get that over to Amadio. And Amadio will fumble that shot back over to Zub. Zub on the blue line going for a shot. Stop there by the number 20, Johansson. Passing that back out. Now is Alex DeBrincat going left side to Brinkett. And Amadio will just fall right on his face almost as he tries to get rid of that puck. But Pinto will resume it through the middle. Sorry, Amadio. Amadio over to Cousins. Cousins going right side. Does shot. And unable to do so. Pinto loses control of his stick. And with those two massive falls there, takes out Sherrod as well. Van Riemsdyk and Sherrod as they fell. And trying to group that back out. Marco Kasper out for the Red Wings. They've got numbers. A great block there by Tyler Clevin getting on his hands and knees to slide it all the way through. Spence with the stick. Getting that over for Clevin. He'll try and spin that out, and he does. Trying to get a hold of that puck is Eller. Unable to do so. Passing it over to Kasper. Kasper will get the hold of that over to Zetterlund. Zetterlund back over to Falk. Falk over to Edvinsson going left side. Edvinsson shot off the chest and rebound lot there. And that will be gloved by Linus Ullmark. And we have a commercial break. 12:53 left to go. We're in the first. We'll be back soon. They mentioned on the broadcast right now, the last time there was a dual Sens rookie lap was March 14th, 2019. Eric Brandstrom made his NHL debut that night, wearing the iconic Ottawa alternates with the O. I think I have that jersey, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I do. Hold up here. Rocking this tarp right here. They need to bring her back, to be honest with you. But either way, yeah, that jersey right there. Rocking those, and another player, I can't remember exactly his name, but again, Jorian, Donovan, and Yakemchuk, big history, first time in about 7 years that's happened. Raymond, pass over to Sider, a great chance there. 3-2 right now for Ottawa. Amadio over to Edmondson. Edmondson trying to get a hold of that left side. Would pass it around the net. Over to Cousins. Over to Pinto. Lucas Raymond through the middle, through the Hockey Town logo. Back over for Finney. Emmett Finney. New addition to the Detroit Red Wings forward core. Pass that over. Oh, what a high stick. I think we're going to get a power play here. Amadio rushing through on his knees. Off the post. Rebound loose. Spence. Over to Montpaulo. Shoots. Rebound loose there. And he'll be back out. Spence getting a hold of that. He passed over to Greg. And no, it will not be a power play. Unbelievable stuff by the NHL officiating yet again. Detroit has numbers. Larkin. Pass that out for Olmark. He's going to use the stick to get a hold of that puck. Line change now. Montpaulo and Spence will be Stützle out there. You'll pass it right to Stützle. Batherson and Yakemchuk? No. Batherson and... I cannot see that. I think Amadio. Zub will be out. Yakemchuk will be out. Yes. Shot there. Through the legs of Yakemchuk. And he'll be out. Kane with a chance there. Trying to get a hold of that. Sherratt over to Falk. Getting a hold of that puck. He'll pass it out. Pass it out to Kane. Kane. Back over to Sherratt. From the right side is Kane. Going for a shot. Rebound loose there, and I'll be out. Pass that out left side. He'll be dumped out by the Sens. Batherson with a hold of that puck. And there'll be a stoppage in play. So, yeah. Emmett Finney got away with the biggest high stick of his life on Tyler Clevin, who gets absolutely leveled in the nose. And on the other way, it's Amadio rushing through against 3 Detroit defenders and hits off the crossbar. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Tyler Clevin, back out. Be a pass. Spinning around the back of the net. Olmark over to Spence. Spence back over Zetterlund. Passing that out now. Bernard Docker sticking on the right side of the rink. Pass it over to Johansson. Johansson will go left side of the rink as well. Dumping that out. Chance for Detroit. Basically going 2-on-1 against Tyler Clevin with Casper behind him. Eller blocking him though, and Casper going with it. Eller's going one hand. Spence will just steal that puck. Spin that out now. Chance for Warren Fogle, 37. Chance shot! Zetterlund rebound off of Gibson and blocked out. Johansson. Stick handling that. Van Riemsdyk is bodied onto the bench. Zub. Over to Cousins. Rushing through the left side. Dylan Cousins going through the left. That would have been a crazy call. Kachuk. Over. Chance now. Greg trying to fake between. What a play there. Unable to execute. Emmett Finney's bodied by Aram Zub. Sent to the puck now. Cousins over to Greg. And that'll be a call there. And they're going to call the softest of stuff that they could call in their lives. I'm calling it right now, but we're going to head to a commercial break. 3-2 Ottawa. 9:30 seconds left to go here. We'll be back in a minute. Brinket going through. Pass over Mountain Paulo over to Kane, and Kane will get that. Giroux back over. Going through the middle now. Cousins. Over to Batherson, not Giroux, my apologies. Back over. Jamming for that puck. Claude Giroux. Back over to Kane. Kane. And dumping this now is the Sens. They're going to play dump and chase pretty much majority of the third is what I can assume from the plays that they've been making right now. Sherratt and Sider get a hold of this puck, and Sherratt's going to go off. New unit for the Red Wings. Dumped in there by Sider. Chance now for the Sens. Pinto. Shot. Blocked there. Going back in is Amadio. Amadio back over. Chase up for Van Riemsdyk. Van Riemsdyk going to go through. Right side over to Casper. Marco Casper. A great cross check there by Clevin right on the shoulders. Over to Compher. JT Compher. Back over. Trying to eliminate every chance that Detroit can get. Back over now is Amadio. Right side. She's going to dump that in. They're going to go for a change. Nick Cousins gets bodied over by Simone Edvinsson. Towards the middle now between the circles. Edvinsson going through. Chance out for Finney. Emmett Finney! Off the pads of Linus Ullmark. Kachuk jamming for that puck. A chance for Dylan Larkin. Larkin going over, spinning around behind the net. Over for Yakemchuk. Yakemchuk going to go over for Larkin. Larkin over. Shot! Rebound loose. Still there. And loose again. Bernard Docker. JBD. Former Belleville Sen for years on years pretty much. Played there, I'm pretty sure, from 2020 to 2022. 2023. Chance now for Sherratt. Sherratt back skating. Will pass that over. A chance and a great save by Linus Ullmark. Andrew Kopp and Lars Eller will take the draw. Shots 8-3 Red Wings right now in this third period. 7:11 left to go here of the third. Shots 28-18 in total in favor of Detroit. Stutz is going to rush through right side here. Going to go around the corner, back over to Giroux. Giroux along the goal line, passing that over. A chance now for Stützle. Great save there by Gibson. In front of three guys being screened with Batherson, Falk, and another Red Wing. I'd be surprised not in a couple minutes that there wouldn't be another commercial break. So I'm just waiting to see. But about 5 minutes to go in the third. 6:50 now. Kachuk dumps that on his backhand, backing over to Sider. Sider back over, just for Greg, along the right side of the blue line. Passing that back out now is Spence, and that'll be iced. Edvinsson, left shot, he spinned around over to Brady. Brady Kachuk. Edvinsson, spin around, going left side, he'll spin around behind the net. Chance for Kachuk, going right side. Kane over. Sider gonna try and go for a shot back over to Kane. Kane by the circle. Right, Sider from the middle of the blue line. 92.3 on that shot. What a rocket by the German. Raymond from behind the net, going right side, and there'll be a call as Greg, and it seems like Emmett Finney have collided. I think Finney's down and in a lot of discomfort right now. Emmett Finney looks like he's been hit really badly. I think it might have been. It seems like they're putting Greg in the box, so this might. Oh no, this might be a 5, but he's feeling that pain. A lot of discomfort right now. They're gonna drop some calls about this. The 20-year-old, Lethbridge, Alberta. And he's getting helped off the ice. This is not a good sign. Looking at the play here, Greg takes a shoulder. It goes shoulder to chest, but it's just really awkward. But Greg lands on top of him. So 2 minutes for roughing. So Detroit power play. Tom McLennan is, again, currently yelling at the referees like typical. Like the inside-out mad guy. But yeah, it's shoulder to the chest. That's clean. Just really hard. So sorry, interference, not roughing. My apologies here. Interference is, it'll be dumped out. 6:06. No, sorry, 6:58 left to go here in the third. Detroit power play, minute 47 to go. The Brinket for Kane. Kane going left side over to Raymond. Raymond's going to spin that out. Back over for Clevin. Tyler Clevin. Trying to get a hold of that puck, and he'll just dump that out. Minute 33 left to go here. Sider. Over to Larkin. Captain Detroit over left side. Going over to the Brinket. And a stoppage of play. All right, so Sens won that draw, of course. It was Clevin to clear it. Back over to Amadio. Back over to Clevin. Clevin, right side, and we'll dump that all the way down center ice. And Gibson will get it. So Sider. Right side of the circle. We'll pass that back out. Another change here. Lucas Raymond spinning through. Trying to go between two guys. It'd be blocked there. Zub will get a hold of that. And a great play there by Artem Zub. Using the stick to his advantage, he'll get off the ice. 50 seconds up to go here. And the Detroit power play. Perron. Spin that out. And we've got another stoppage of play. With Stützle going onto the ice. I have no clue what they're doing now. But are they calling Tim Stützle? No, they're not. All right, I wanted to make sure about that. No audio, so I can't hear what the calls are going on right now. But so far, okay game. Knock on wood. 4:43 left to go here in the third. It'll be dumped out by Clevin. 33 seconds left to go here on the power play for Detroit. Spin out there. Marco Kasper on the circle. And he'll dump that back out. Stützle. Over to Perron. Over to Kopp left side. Kopp. Shot off the post. Rebound loose. Dangerous chance there for Detroit to equalize. And that'll be dumped out. Unbelievable. Allmark should be thanking that post right now. Matt and Paulo spin around from behind the net. Detroit puck passing it over. Jamming for it along the corner. Eller over to Shine back over. Confer over to Edvinsson, and a block there by Marco Kasper on his own puck. And Edvinsson will start the change. Appleton back over to Spence. Jordan Spence passing that out. Chance for Matt and Paolo. Dump that. Trying to get that out of the Ottawa zone, and Tkachuk's going to lead that rush through the middle. Brady Tkachuk on right side. He'll just take it very slowly, and they'll start the line change for the Ottawa Sens. Sider rushing through. Zub along the back end as well. Chance now for Raymond. Raymond being blocked there. Sider over to Raymond. Raymond off the chance, off the line, and that was scary, but out. Larkin over to the break it, and the great glove save. A chest save, in fact, by Linus Ullmark. We'll take the final commercial break. 2:53 left to go here in the third. We'll be back in a second. All right, so face off here. So waiting for this camera to load back up. Shots 29-22 in favor of the Ottawa Senators. 2:50 left to go here in the third period. I'm assuming they're going to pull an empty net here very shortly in Detroit. Gibson's getting ready to do that, and they'll go for the final push. Justin Falk going through right side. Try to find a man. He'll dump that in. He'll go for a change. Spence left side. Passing that over. Chance for Van Riemsdyk. He'll pass it over to Falk. Falk, spin that around. I'm sorry, that was not Van Riemsdyk. That was Lucas Raymond. Comfort. A chance now! Stolen there! Taken by Stützle. Rushing through the center. Here comes Stützle! And stopped there by Gibson. Tim Stützle with an elite chance to bury it and make it a 4-2 game. Sens recover. Amadio, left side, spins that around. 2:01 left to go here in the third. The final push begins. Detroit aiming for that puck, batting away at it. 2 Red Wings on 1 is Amadio. Back over to Sider. Sider, right side. Stops. We'll try and go near the left circle. Empty net, Detroit. Larkin. Going through. Spun there. Stolen there. And Raymond will recover. Chance now for Perron, the former Ottawa Sen. Sorry, that was Moritz Seider. Over to Kane. Kane, left side. Over to Clevin. Clevin. Right side now is Kopp. 6-on-5. Back over. Chance now. Stolen. Seider with a shot. Blocked there. Rebound loose over to Brinkett. Kane. Patrick Kane along the right circle. Go for a shot off the tip and route. And rebounds loose. Still going for it. And that'll be a great block there by Michael Amadio. It's stolen there by the Sens. Trying to pass that back. Greg. Pass over to Pinto for the empty net. Block there by Mort Seider off the chest. Kane will rifle that in. 39 seconds left to go here in the third. Now Jordan Spence dumping that out. Chance now. Giroux. Pass it over to Kane. Kane. Dumping that out. Kachuk. Spence spins it out. Detroit fighting to get this back in the zone. What a hit, Tim Stützle! Rebound loose! Ullmark save! Rebound loose! And Ullmark recovers. We've got a scrum in the front of the net. And Zub is just chucking away. But Ullmark has that puck, and now he pushes the goaltender. Dylan Larkin just pushed Linus Ullmark. And we've got scrum ensued between Larkin and Kachuk, the former teammates on the U.S. Olympic team. And now Zub into Brinkett, and he's got gloves off. Artem Zub to Brinkett are trying to go at it, and the refs are trying to break him up. Let him go. And here we go. Gloves are off. And Zub into Brinkett. Zub trying to get a hold of this. They're going to let him go. Tussled up now. Zub into Brinkett. Brinkett with the right to Brinkett. Zub right. Right Zub. Right Zub. Right Zub. To Brinkett swinging back right to Brinkett. Oh, what a haymaker. Both of them connect at the same time. And they'll tussle for it. 8.1 to go. And the bench is going insane. Artem Zub, the rare occurrence of dropping the mitts, and he'll do it for his goaltender against his former teammate. You're not. Stop with your mangoes, bro. Oh my god. Just some haymakers. Zub 6'2", DeBrincat 5'8", so there's some height difference in there, but they connected just as much at the same times as one another in that tussle. Neither of them really went down. It was just one on top of the other in terms of on the knees. Not really on the knees either, just one bent over, the other one on top. Brady was getting ready to punch, but he didn't get to. Again, former teammates on the U.S. Olympic team that just won gold in Milano Cortino. And they're sending Larkin to the box. And he's saying some words I should probably not say. We've got middle fingers up on the TSN feed. And they're sending Brady off too. They're going to play 5-on-4. There's a Brady off the game. Brady Tkachuk is getting ejected. With 8.1 left to go, and the biggest 8 seconds that the Sens need of the season, he is getting ejected from the game. And so is Dylan Larkin. Both captains are out of the game. Both guys rocking the C are out for their teams. Biggest draw right now for Giroux, the face-off specialist, and trying to rush back out there, actually, was Van Riemsdyk. And Giroux's looking just nothing but calm right now. It's Kopp and Giroux. The face-off specialist, Giroux. Get that out. Stolen there. Sens have it. Rebound loose. Still going for it. 3 seconds to 2 to 1. Ladies and gentlemen, your Sens are in a playoff spot for the first time since January. Unbelievable game. Carter Yakemchuk with a goal and an assist in his National Hockey League debut. What a game by the Ottawa Senators as they take it 3-2 over the Detroit Red Wings. Jorian, Donovan, and Carter Yakemchuk play essential roles in bringing this team to within another playoff spot and stealing that wild card 2 slot with 12 games to play. They'll head home. They'll play Pittsburgh. What a game by both of these teams. I mean, Ottawa just played incredible. Great back-checking, forechecking game. And they'll take it 3-2. Thank you to everybody who watched this stream. Even if it wasn't many, I really needed the practice to get back into hockey commentating, and I really hope I'm able to bring this in more. 3-2 your final. We'll see you guys later. Peace.